champion Ashley Miles leads Alabama, along with Olympic silver medalist Erin Humphrey, in pursuit of a national championship the Tide so desperately seeks. Hot on their heels is rival LSU. The Tigers are powered by April Burkholder, the two-time SEC Gymnast of the Year. She will anchor their run to get back to nationals and avenge a loss to a Nebraska team which bounced them out of the Super 6 finals 1 year ago. 6 of the nation's top 20 schools will battle it out at the Super 6 Challenge next. Welcome to the Pete Maravich Center on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for the 2006 Super 6 Challenge Gymnastics Competition. Hi everyone, I'm Bart Conner, and welcome inside the Maravich Center, or what is more fondly around here known as the PMAC, for today's prestigious invitational competition. We'll see 3 teams from the SEC and 3 from the Big 12. Let's look at the 6 teams competing today. Here are their preseason rankings. Alabama comes in 4th place. LSU in 7th, Nebraska in 8th, Iowa State, they're 11th, Auburn 15th, and Missouri in 16th. Those are the 6 teams in today's Super 6 Challenge. Now, I'm joined, as always, by my fellow Olympic medalist, Kathy Johnson-Clark. It's great to be back here in the SEC, and as you can hear, they love their gymnastics down here.
What's great about this year is it's not just the SEC showcase, but we get to see top-ranked teams from other conferences as well, like the Big 12's Nebraska. They're coached by Dan Kendig, the winningest coach in Nebraska's women's gymnastics history. He's taken this team to nationals 10 times out of the last 12 seasons, 7 times to the Super 6 finals, but they are missing something huge. Rochelle Simpson graduated and will not return, so they've got to fill those huge numbers. She's a former national champion, and they're going to miss her leadership and mentorship, but he thinks they can pull it through.
Now, we're down here in the heart of the SEC. LSU is our host, and they have a little bit of a bone to pick with Nebraska, don't they?
Absolutely. LSU was edged out last year at NCAA's going into the Super 6 finals by 75 thousandths of a point by Nebraska, so that'll add a little extra twist here. LSU is led by a fantastic gymnast. April Burkholder is probably the most successful gymnast in LSU's history. She has high-level difficulty, exciting gymnastics, and wait till you see the level of confidence that she performs with. It's just a lot of fun to watch.
All right, but the top-ranked team is Alabama. They have some superstars, and they have 8 freshmen. Half of the team is that young.
They are one classy, elegant team, but you're right. With 8 freshmen, you never know what's going to happen, and that's what Sarah Patterson says. But they want to ease them into the lineup. She also said that this is a huge meet for this early in the season. They'll probably water down a little difficulty, but not from Ashley Miles. Wait till you see the level of difficulty, the power that this gymnast has on vault and tumbling. And then Erin Humphrey, a gorgeous gymnast from the Olympics, silver medal in both team and in the uneven bars. Wait till you see her swing.
Oh, we're in for a great night of gymnastics here in Baton Rouge. It's the 2006 Super 6 Challenge coming up next on ESPN2. Six Challenge, Bart Conner along with Kathy Johnson-Clark. It's the Super 6 Challenge, meaning 6 of the best teams in the country are here to compete. Let's take a look at the format. 6 schools compete, 3 from the SEC and 3 from the Big 12. 6 separate rotations of competition. However, each rotation, 4 teams will compete, while 2 teams receive a bye. 4 different apparatus. We'll be seeing competition on the balance beam, uneven bars, floor exercise, and vault. 6 gymnasts compete for each team in each event, but only the top 5 scorers count towards their team total. All right, in the first rotation, these are the 4 teams that will keep competing: Iowa State, Auburn, Missouri, and Nebraska. And you see the events they will compete on. The byes go to Alabama and LSU in this first of 6 rotations here. All right, now, for Nebraska on the vault, Michele Zabawa, the 5'1" junior out of Omaha, Nebraska.
This is the event that Dan thought they would be the strongest on at this point. Judges are really looking for good overall dynamics, good strong run, takeoff off the board. Height off the horse is huge. You really need to see the gymnast go up into the air, And, of course, the all-important stuff landing.
She was an All-America, second team in vault in 2004, also on the uneven bars in 2005.
This is often the case. Early in the competition, the judges sometimes have to confer to really get those first few scores right in line.
Good point. Not only is this the first meet of the year for the gymnasts, it's also for most of the judges the first meet. Obviously, they have to work out some kinks. We're ready to go now here.
It's a round-off vault. Layout with a full twist. Pretty big step on the landing. That'll be at least a 1/10 of a point on the landing. And, of course, later in the competition, I think we're going to see some bigger vaults in terms of height, amplitude off the horse.
Let me update you quickly on the scores. Williams had a 9.675 and Sabrina Long a 9.625. The other two performers for Nebraska. Now we will switch quickly over to the balance beam. Adrienne Mills now, the freshman, on the balance beam.
Got to be a nervous feeling going on in.
Now, you know, some people like to start on beam, some don't. As a champion on the beam, how did you like it?
I like starting. I like starting on balance beam, but it really depends on your readiness. If the preparation has been good, training leading up, this early in the season, they're coming off of the holiday break. So some of the teams have had like 6 workouts, really, to get ready for this.
This is her favorite event. She's a 5-time Junior Olympic national qualifier. She trained at Southern Indiana Gymnastics in her club.
First series, 2 backhand things, nicely done, right into a layout step out, very solid on the landing. Skills on the balance beam, good leaps and jumps with full amplitude, full split in the air. She shows nice flexibility in those leaps. Right as I say that, takes a tiny little balance break. Dismounted, 1.5 twist, good landing.
There's the University of Alabama, the Crimson Tide. A little bit about the school. Of course, it's in Tuscaloosa, founded in 1831, a little over 20,000 enrollment. And, of course, an SEC powerhouse in a lot of sports. And, of course, today we're focusing on gymnastics. All right, we're going to go over to the floor now, where we will see Erin Dethloff from Iowa State. In this 4-ring circus, a lot of gymnastics going on all simultaneously.
Erin was a second-team All-American in the all-around.
You see the coach there, KJ Kindler. She was the 2004 Big 12 Coach of the Year. Last year, Iowa State ended up 8th in the NCAA championships. All right, Erin Dethloff, who had trained in Omaha, Nebraska. You would think she would have ended up at the University of Nebraska, but she chose Iowa State. She trained as a club gymnast at Cahoy's Gymnastics. Kathy Cahoy was her coach, and
we know that name.
Kathy, we know the Cahoys well. Phil Cahoy, the son of the Cahoy clan, was one of my Olympic teammates many years ago.
So far, we've seen some really steady gymnastics, particularly because this is early in the season. You kind of expect to see some tiny little steps here and there.
Good point. Early in the season, don't take too many risks. Just try to be consistent. I think a lot of the coaches were talking about that in the pre-meet warm-up.
I think the biggest thing is they want to walk out healthy. No injuries at this point in the season. It's a shock to the system, coming out with these hard landings. Double pike. Iowa State's really come on strong lately. Twice now they've made it to the Nationals in their history. So really strong program in the making. Stumbled back, but stayed on her feet. Not bad. Iowa State's doing pretty well on floor. Got mid-9 range scores. 9.55 up to 9.625 so far. They've made a lot of changes in the scoring system, so now that the gymnasts are trying to get difficulty in different areas, they've downgraded front tumbling in the hopes they'll see some of the bigger tumbling passes start to be performed.
All right, that completes the first rotation of competition here at the Super 6 Challenge. When we come back, the powerhouses of Alabama and LSU will take to the floor. Don't go away.